I'm tired of hearing myself say I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's the catalyst for change. That's when you're ready to declare, no more excuses, no more excuses. I've never met an unsuccessful person who didn't have a significant amount of self-discipline in their life. Self-discipline, the ability to perform, keep your life on schedule, and meet commitments, promises, and deadlines, is essential to success. None of us can afford to live a life controlled by someone else or by our emotions. I learned long ago that there are two types of people: those who say, I'll wait until I feel like doing it, and those who say, I need to do it so that I feel like it. The first will never achieve anything because they're still waiting for the right moment to act, while the latter understands the need to take action to feel motivated. Self-discipline is crucial in both our lives if we want to accomplish our goals. So, here's a challenge for each of you this weekend. As you go through your weekend, which is hopefully a more relaxed time for you, ask yourself, am I practicing self-discipline in my life? Am I doing what I need to do because I need to do it, or am I waiting to feel motivated? If you're unfamiliar with this quote, live by it. One can have no smaller or greater mastery than mastery over oneself. That's Da Vinci. He accomplished incredible things in his life, and I want to do equally amazing things with mine. If that's the game we're playing, if I can shape my belief system to believe something more empowering than I did before, and that belief translates into action, allowing me to do things I couldn't do before, then it's like that moment in The Matrix where Neo realizes he knows Kung Fu. As amusing as that sounds, that's how I see life. To me, the fundamental purpose of life is to discover how many useful skills I can acquire and then put that utility to the test in service of something greater than myself. Stop comparing yourself to others. First, stop focusing on other people and concentrate on being the best version of yourself. Then you'll realize you deserve to sit at the big table with everyone else once you've become the best you can be. Once you've accepted that you have as much right to succeed as anyone else, the next step is learning how to talk the talk. You have to become fluent in the language of success so that you can speak it confidently. Surround yourself with people who've achieved their dreams and immerse yourself in the culture of achievement. The ideal scenario for a person to die is to have family members praying with them as they pass on. But imagine being on your deathbed with the ghosts of your dreams, ideas, talents, and gifts given to you by life, but which you never pursued. They stand around your bed, looking at you with disappointed eyes, saying, "We came to you, and only you could have given us life, and now we must die with you, forever." The question is, if you were to die today, what dreams, ideas, talents, books, music, leadership, and voice would die with you? Miles Monroe, a great inspirational speaker, said the wealthiest place on the planet isn't where there's oil or diamond mines, but the cemetery, where you'll find unrealized greatness, talent, genius, and potential. Maybe that's why Henry David Thoreau wrote, "Oh God, to reach the point of death only to realize you've never lived." Perhaps that's why some unknown writer wrote, "What if you live your whole life only to discover that you were wrong, that you were meant to do something else and you didn't do it?" Repeat after me, please. Live full, die empty. I want you to take notes and think about your goals and dreams in the three categories I mentioned: personal, professional, and social contribution. How many of you are serious about your goals and dreams? Raise your hands, please. Thank you very much. How many of you don't want to take your dreams to your grave with you? Raise your hands, please. Very good. Shake someone's hand to your right and left, look them in the eyes, and say, "Get out of your head and step into your greatness." Do that right now, please. Say, "Get out of your head and step into your greatness." Write this down. As you think about your goals and dreams, let us say together, it's possible. See, ladies and gentlemen, as an entrepreneur, I've been in business for 20 years. It's my 21st year. I could have been speaking and training for 34 years, but for 14 years, I was stuck in my head. For 14 years, I held myself back. I used to go see Zig Ziglar, whom I consider the #1 motivational speaker on the planet. Zig Ziglar and Tony Robbins, they're the best. Bob Proctor, they are the best. Jack Canfield, Mark Victor Hansen, T. Harv Eker, I would go and see them, and then I'd leave, and my internal conversation was, my heart would say, I can do that, and then my mind would ask, how? How would you do that, Les Brown? See, when I was in 5th grade, I was identified as EMR, labeled educable mentally retarded, and put back from the 5th grade to the 4th grade. I failed again in the 8th grade. I have no college education, and a man changed my life. I'll never forget his name, Mr. Leroy Washington. He's in his 80s now and blind from glaucoma, but he gave me a different vision of myself. I was in his class, waiting on another student. He came in and said, "Young man, go to the board and work this problem out for me." I said, "Oh, sir, I can't do that." He said, "Why not?" I said, "Because I'm educable mentally retarded, sir. I'm in special education." The students started laughing. They said, "That's Leslie, that's not Wesley. He's DT, Wesley is the smart twin." He said, "What does DT stand for?" I said, "I'm the dumb twin, sir." As the students laughed at me, he came from behind his desk, looked at me, and said, "Don't you ever say that again. Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality." On one hand, I was humiliated, but on the other hand, I was liberated because he looked at me with the eyes of a leader who said, "Look at a man the way he is, he only becomes worse, but look at him as if he were what he could be, then he becomes what he should be." So we developed a relationship, and one of the things I can tell you, with integrity, is that it's possible. If anyone, at any point in time, has lived their dream, then it's possible that I can live mine. What I did was make a mistake. I shifted from my heart to my mind and stayed there for 14 years. I can't bring those 14 years back, they're gone. And I've made it my mission to help people stop procrastinating. Have you ever thought about something you wanted to do and then talked yourself out of it? Raise your hand, please. There's a proverb that says, "If there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm." So, as you look at your goals and dreams, you must convince yourself, you must sell yourself on the idea that it's possible. Every seminar, workshop, book I've read, every speaker I've heard, interrupted what I believed about myself. Everything you do matters. As I look back at 63, I know now that everything matters. T. Harv is right, how you do anything is how you do everything, and I realized the choices I made were based on how I saw myself. Let's say together, it's necessary. Write that down. It's necessary to have a strategy and a game plan to change the story you believe about yourself. It's an ongoing process. I've discovered, and many people have, that what we do, what we accomplish, what we produce is a result of the story we believe about ourselves. My favorite book says, "Be not conformed to this world but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." As I began to work on myself, I realized I was leaving one story and stepping into another. As I become aware of some things, there are still things I'm not aware of. So, I'm still growing, still developing. I'm like the lady who said, "Lord, I hate what I want to be, what I'm going to be, but thank God I'm not what I was." I realize that you have to work on yourself regularly. Write this down: mental mindset and stamina. Things will happen to you. I believe the reason most people go to their graves with their talents, abilities, and skills is twofold. Firstly, many are like me, they didn't know that they didn't know and thought they knew. I thought I knew myself better than I did. Secondly, I was afraid. I never worked for a major corporation. I wanted to speak for corporations, but I was afraid I would be exposed because I don't have a college education. I felt inferior because I don't have a college education. I allowed that fear of failure to paralyze me. Because I'd never experienced it, I assumed I couldn't do it. I was limiting myself by believing and assuming my limitations rather than believing I had something special. You have something special. Just because you don't know how to do something doesn't mean you can't learn. I heard something I liked: you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. Repeat after me, please. Leap and grow your wings on the way down. See, the people who will live their dreams, the 2% who will do that, are risk takers. They don't mind failing, they don't mind making mistakes. They're willing to take life on, to embrace life's challenges. God said, if you're not willing to risk, you cannot grow. And if you cannot grow, you cannot become your best. And if you cannot become your best, you can't be happy. And if you can't be happy, then what else is there? I like what Helen Keller said: life is short and unpredictable, eat the dessert first. The journey to finding oneself and reigniting your passion is a challenging but rewarding endeavor. It requires a conscious effort to break free from the confines of self-doubt, fear, and external expectations. It begins with self-awareness and the realization that you have the power to change your story. In the world of self-improvement and personal development, we often hear about the importance of self-discipline. But what does it truly mean to be self-disciplined? It means taking control of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. It means setting clear goals and working diligently towards achieving them, even when faced with obstacles and setbacks. Self-discipline is not about depriving yourself of pleasure or forcing yourself to do things you don't enjoy. It's about making conscious choices that align with your values and long-term goals. It's about cultivating a mindset of resilience, determination, and perseverance. So, how can you cultivate self-discipline and rediscover yourself? Set clear goals, identify what you truly want in life. What are your dreams and aspirations? Write them down and create a plan to achieve them. Having clear goals will give you direction and purpose. Develop a routine. Establishing a daily routine can help you stay focused and disciplined. Allocate specific times for work, exercise, relaxation, and personal development. Stick to your schedule as much as possible, but also allow flexibility for unforeseen events. Practice mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness and meditation can help you become more self-aware and in control of your thoughts and emotions. It can also help reduce stress and anxiety, allowing you to make better decisions and stay focused on your goals. Surround yourself with positive influences. Surround yourself with people who inspire and motivate you. Avoid negative influences and environments that hinder your growth and progress. Take action. Procrastination is the enemy of progress. Take small, consistent steps towards your goals every day. Celebrate your successes, no matter how small, and learn from your failures. Embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Failure is an inevitable part of life. Instead of letting it discourage you, use it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Analyze your mistakes, make adjustments to your plan, and keep moving forward. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself, especially when things don't go as planned. Treat yourself with the same compassion and understanding that you would offer to a friend facing similar challenges. Remember, the path to self-discovery and personal growth is a continuous journey. It requires commitment, patience, and resilience. But the rewards are priceless: a deeper understanding of yourself, a renewed sense of purpose, and the fulfillment that comes from living a life true to your values and passions. As you embark on this journey to find yourself again, remember to be patient and gentle with yourself. Change takes time, and it's okay to stumble along the way. What's important is that you keep going, keep growing, and keep striving to become the best version of yourself. Because at the end of the day, the only person standing in the way of your success is you. So, get out of your head, step into your greatness, and embrace the incredible potential that lies within you.